Why, hello! Look at you there, so handsome. Thank you for joining me for it's gonna be a nice little playthrough of Orcs Must Die 2. I do have one, and Jesus Christ, I do have one, but I think 2 is quite a bit better. It's got some more of that developer love, where they took some of the feedback from the old game and they brought into this one. This one's a touch old as well, but I think you guys are gonna like it. So how about we just hop right in here? Let's get going. Gonna make ourselves a new character. I like the War Mage, and we're gonna call him Flurp Nerpenstein. I think that's a fine name. That's good. And let's just get right in here. So this is a game, if you don't never this is a game if you've never played it before. It's a game about killing orcs and making sure they don't make it to the end of your maze or the end of the level. And you do that by setting up a series of traps. It's very much like a first-person tower defense, kind of in that way. Minus the towers, I guess. You'll see. Let's just hop in.
Was it you?
Was what me?
The rift! Can't you feel the magic returning? Did you open it?
Nah, I'm more of a closer. Hey, aren't you that crazy lady that tried to kill me?
There's no time! The orcs are right behind me!
Orcs? Nice! Now you're talking my talkie language thing.
Alright, so this is Orcs Must Die. We are piloting the handsome, the strong, the brave, the highly, highly intelligent Flurp McStein, whatever I named him. As you might have heard there from that little intro scene, he's got big brains. So, the way this game works is orcs are going to come flying out of this area, and they're going to chase this path down this direction. You can see where the little wisps are going. They're going to go around and try to make it in that door over there. Our goal? Stop them. Very, very simple.
Here, orky.
In order to slow things down, I'm going to get some of these tar pits, and then we got some traps that we can deploy. I like these little traps. I think they're funny. There's a way to rotate. There we go. This will whack them if they come into the area. Let's slow them down a little bit. And in the meantime, we can shoot them with our gun while they come through. So how about we just go straight? I'll just show you the example real fast here. And you see the orcs start popping their way through. Like, really, you can kind of hold them off fairly well with your starter weapon. But let's take a look-see here. What happens as they make their way into the traps. They get whacked. Oh, that's so fun. And the orcs are very flavorful. They've got some good voice lines. And I find that shooting them in the face is an effective way to keep people out of areas you don't want them to be. And there we go. So that's the first wave. They give you a little bit more time to put down some extra protection. How about we put one right here? That's all we got money for. If they get hit by these mine carts, they'll take additional damage. They can kill them or knock them off the map. That was kind of an ineffective trap there. That's all right. Let's let them whack them to death. Anytime you want to. All right, we're not in a wacky mood today. Oh, there we go. And every kill that you get of these guys, you'll see on the left side, we'll start making more money. And we can use that to make more traps. And the cycle continues. And as the game goes on, they'll start getting more and more dangerous enemies. So here's one right here. A little bit more health. He'll do more damage if he hits me. And he'll do more damage to our rift, to the gate or whatever, if he makes it to it. Oh, beautiful. So again, it's a real simple game. There's not much to it. Like you've learned all the complexity there is so far. But it provides quite a bit of enjoyment if you enjoy the tower defense genre. So I've watched this guy get hit by the mine. Alright, no minecart for you. There you go. So just take a sip of tea. And some potions if you need.
Nice.
So in case we're feeling a little bit more scared, we could have a couple more of these going.
I think not.
See in the top right hand corner, that tells you how many rounds we have left and are currently on. I like to kill the big boys. We'll let these ones come up, get whacked by the wackies. Beautiful. Excellent. And just finish off the remaining with a little bit of mercy killing. This game actually holds up surprisingly well for its age. One of the fun things that you can try to do is, I don't know. So here we've got a whole horde of them that I've gotten through. Luckily we winged quite a few of them. But this is how it goes, is you'll start having to rely more on some secondary defenses to keep you going as you work farther out. Hopefully these guys will get whacked. Let's just see how they do without me shooting them in the face. I think it is fun to try to play this game with as little interaction from the player as possible. Just putting down the traps. For me, I find very satisfying. Oh, Jimmy, calm down. Oh, choose. I think this would be a fun game to make another version of. So another nice aspect about this game is all of the traps that you see and that we'll have, you can upgrade, and so you can tune it more to your play style.
Yes!
Let's go ahead and we have a final horde. We can go ahead and unleash it. I don't mind.
Ooh, here's a good one.
More goo, more goo, goo everywhere. Really, I'm not too particular, but about where I want the goo. God, I wish I could shoot people correctly. And yeah, you can also focus more on if you want to be a damage dealer personally, or you want your traps to deal more damage. This is a really good game that I think allows a lot of customization. Ooh, run away, run away, run away. The big guys, of course, trying to worm their way through. They have more health. And this is the final wave. The final wave is always a bit beefier. See if we can let him get whacked a little bit.
Warning, may cause death.
Put in another. Oh, so that what you saw there was the group of them being hit by the minecart. Minecarts are great if you can build your defense around them, like that. Look at beautiful. Later on, we'll get some walls that will help us defeat the enemies easier because we can corral them. And this should be just about the end of this level. Just a couple ass people. Perfect. Nice little dance to end up the wave. Let's see how we did. We missed our last skull. We've been awarded a spike trap. As you go through, you get more and more traps, which is nice. Take a look at our spell book so far. Our traps. This is all we have available. We have 9 skulls. Shiny spike trap. Let's see what we can do with them. We can reduce the cost, and then we can start to slow them even more. Some options. I like reducing the cost of this guy. And slow them even more. That's good so far. Trying to keep people in the traps longer is always tasty. And you can refund the skulls at any time. This game does it really well, where it's, you're not penalized for trying to go down a particular direction. You can swap it without any consequences. So let's go and continue.
Hey, look! Another rift opened up. I thought I closed all those.
Where are we? What are these tunnels?
We're in the Dwarven Mines. It's where I work.
You're a miner now?
Not like I had an in-demand skill set beyond the whole kill orcs cast spells thing. Plus, turns out, people weren't exactly grateful when I shut off the magic juice.
So yeah, people ungrateful when you turn off your magic juice. I think that's the true takeaway from all of this. Here we are, level 2. You may notice nothing. Notice nothing. So here's what we're gonna do. We've got two rifts, Rift 1, Rift 2. I'm gonna put a lot of protection here on the left side, so that way I don't have to worry about it ever again. That's my goal. And then as things get more complicated, we'll end up retreating back this way and trying to stop people from getting on the rift over there. Or I should say the exit. I forget what it's called. It doesn't matter. Ignore me. So the usual day of shotgun farming involves shooting people in the face. An excellent pastime for all involved, I'm sure. Ah, beautiful. Although the carnage is great, I'm sure nobody really minds. At least not on my side. If they really cared, they'd unionize. I think that's something we can all agree on. There we go. I had to turn the look sensitivity down. It's like scrolling around with a squirrel attached to your back, just viciously biting you. I've had better analogies, I'll be honest with you. And sort of as I talked about before, one of the fun things about this game is the upgrade. And you can already see the guys are walking a lot slower over the array of tar pits here. So I appreciate that. A little more slowness, always good. Are we spawning at the other side now? We are. So this one's just going to be all us, sort of, all hands on decking, shooting them as they come out. No defense on this side. It's a sad but true state of affairs. That's okay. So this is the one problem with the strategy, is you end up getting quite overwhelmed quickly, so you just have to make sure you have enough run room behind you. And having the confidence that the left side is going to be secure when guys start coming out of both ends is important. Alright, a little bit of shotgun murder later. My hand's a little bit crampy, but other than that, things seem to be going well. More flapjackers. I do love them. And then we're going to start getting some tar pits down here, I think. Oh. How do you guys do alone? If we leave you alone, is this able to handle everything so far? These guys on the edge don't appear to be getting affected by the traps too much, which isn't great. That's okay. We'll come back to that. Deal with the local inhabitants as you will. This is like a cooking show where you get to add your own spice of life. Mine, I add some turmeric, and by turmeric I mean shotgun pellets to the face. Maybe you cook differently than I do. Getting backed up into the corner, which is alright for the moment. When we get the ability to have walls, this level would be a lot easier because you can block it off so they can only stay on top of the rails. And it ends up helping an immense amount. It's actually quite insane. Just a little bit of a tar pit here for an emergency. Please, William, hit them in the face. Excellent. Are you not dead? Did we get everybody? Somebody not dead? Oh. Oh, they're getting whacked back and forth. A troubling state of affairs for many. There we go. And so this is, I think, the last horde wave. Or do we have one more? Let's get a couple shoots down here. Yes, arrows for everybody. Thank you. Now let's go ahead and unleash the beasts. Ah, there they are. Starting on the left side, our favored side theoretically should be able to deal with all of its problems on its own. Just hop over. I don't have double jump. Come on, William. Oh, Jesus, get up here. We're gonna let that side deal with itself. Yes, the elemental. I do have to come over here real quick to try to destroy this. The elementals are very dangerous. If they make it through the rift behind us, they will, oh god. They will do a lot of damage to it. And our goal is to stop as many of these guys as possible from getting in, so we get more beautiful skulls, so we can upgrade more, so we can do more damage. The cycle continues. Ever-increasing upgrades. No, bad.
Just add orcs and blade.
See where things are starting to get serious, especially with having another elemental. I need to land all of these shots. This is a bad time to have any inaccuracies. Trying to hit them on cooldown. Oh, there we go. Sometimes I am able to get my shit together. Most of the time, no. Should be just a few left to clean up. This is alternate millhouse, which I like to see.
Warning, may cause death.
And is that it? Oh, we have one more wave left. Just for grins. Oh, we're gonna slap them the wrong way, but that's probably fine. I'm sure no one minds.
Killing season.
the fashion of orcs, really, I don't think has evolved much over time. Once they invented the loincloth, really all they went to was overhead trouser straps. And, I mean, I can't fault them. It's not the worst look. If you've got the body for it, I suppose. We've got our enemies slowly pouring into the gallery here. We got a little bit of resistance built up for them, but this will get tricky here at the end of the final wave. Whoa. Start landing any shots, becoming more and more crucial.
Wipe your feet.
Get some more tower on the ground. Shoot them in the face. Oh, yes. There's not many problems that a wall of arrows can't solve. Taxes, wall of arrows. Dog is lost, wall of arrows. I mean, it's really the answer to most things in life.
What a mess.
Okay, come on. Let's keep it together. Shoot things in the face. Just a little. There we go. And last one. Oh, there's some more upstairs. Oh, this is funny when you get them in a roly-poly situation. I keep going back and forth in the tar pits, they'll keep getting whacked. But we'll put this guy out of his misery. It's hard to be stoned all day. And excellent. And that was level 2. I think we get a nice little score bonus. Boop, boop. Alright, 4 skulls in total. Gotta like it. So let's go to the spell book. Let's I love the tar pits. I would like to keep upgrading them. Can you only have one at a time? Is that how it works? We'll just do another upgrade for the cost. Cheaper tar means more tar. Yar yar har har. God, that was garbage. Let's also increase the spike damage on this puppy. I like giving him the whack back jack attack. All right, that's 2. I think that's a good spot for the video to chill out for a moment. Let me know if you want me to continue with this series. I don't know what people like anymore. I'm not the garbage man. Anywho, talk to you later.